Hello, today I would like to discuss with you the various types of media we will be working with today. First, I'd like to go over what it means to be sterile and what it means to be unsterile. Media is dissolved in distilled water prior to dispensing. At this stage, the medium is not sterile and has many microorganisms from the utensils used in measuring the medium, flask that was used to make it, and from the environment in which it was made. This holds true for any medium that is prepared. The autoclave accomplishes sterilization by creating an environment that is not hospitable for microorganisms. In order to sterilize a medium, a microbiologist employs the services of this device. An autoclave raises the temperature and pressure within the chamber. Traditionally, we autoclave at 121 degrees centigrade with a pressure of 15 psi, which is maintained for 15 minutes. The chamber pressure is higher than that of our atmosphere. The only structure that this temperature and pressure cannot eliminate for this period of 15 minutes is a spore. Spores are eliminated by extending the period of the sterilization to 1 hour. Let's now go over the two different states of media, these being liquid and solid media. The liquid medium that we will be using today is nutrient broth. Nutrient broth is a general purpose liquid medium that we will use throughout this semester. Please be aware that there are many different types of broth mediums produced. This medium allows for organisms to grow in a liquid, which allows you to measure growth by the level of turbidity or cloudiness present after incubation. The more turbid the liquid medium, the more microorganisms that have grown. Please be aware that some organisms, due to their slow growth or non-motile nature, may settle to the bottom of the tube. If this occurs, swirl the tube while examining the broth to observe growth. You can also measure the turbidity with a device called a spectrophotometer. Solid medium differs from liquid medium in that it has a hardening agent, and this hardening agent is agar. Agar is composed of two polysaccharides and is added to media as an hardening agent. That same nutrient broth medium that we just discussed could be turned into a solid medium simply by adding agar to the solution. There are three types of solid media that we will be using and include slants, stabs, and plates. Slants are slanted liquid media containing agar that is left to cool in a slanted position. Growth can be seen by holding your slant up to the light and observing growth along the surface. Slants are traditionally used as a means of storing pure cultures, as the opening of the tube is much smaller and the base of the tube generally is thick and allows for extended storage. You can make a slant of any medium that is out there. Stabs are dispensed, autoclaved, and allowed to cool in a standing position. The stab you will be using today is a nutrient agar stab. Stabs can also be made of different types of media. For today, the purpose of the stab you will be inoculating is to observe growth along the stab line in order to determine the oxygen requirements for the organism you are testing. This is referred to as testing for the organism's aerotolerance. To view, simply hold the tube up to the light and look for a cloudiness along the line of inoculation. Additionally, look at the surface of the stab, as sometimes an organism may only grow at this point in the stab. The last type of solid medium that we will use in this laboratory is the nutrient agar plate. Plates are used to grow an organism on a surface. A technique that I will go over in another video is the 4-quadrant streaking technique, which allows you to isolate individual colonies from one organism or a mixture of several organisms. Thank you, and please enjoy using the many different types of media we have available to us as a microbiologist.